Hi, I'm Dave Robison from the Roundtable Podcast, and may I say you have shown exceptional good taste in tuning in to Dan the Art Man. Dan, it's all yours, baby.
Hey everybody, this is Dan. Thanks for stopping by. I've got some great news. My science fiction novel is now in the hands of beta readers. So, soon I will be getting feedback and then doing one last rewrite and publishing it. And then I can start recording it as an audiobook. I am very excited for that. In the meantime, I have the very first piece of fan fiction I've ever written. It is in the universe of Peter Pan, J.M. Barrie's universe, and it's very short. This is just a little bit of flash fiction. So here we go. This is called The Dream. I had the dream again. He was flying above me as he sliced into me with his mocking tongue, the pink blade that cuts sharper than that wretched dagger of his. A child should not have such wit, but then he is no child. Unlike his body, his mind has grown with time spent in this Neverland. Yet his rash, youthful courage has not budged. No one else dares to call me the great Captain James Hook a codfish. The feather in his green cap flitted in the wind as he flew, dancing like the crocodile's tail below us. I looked at where my hand had been and saw blood pour forth like a fountain. Below, the crocodile ate up the copper taste of me, licking his lips for more. We fight until he knocks me down, and I fall to the sharp teeth waiting for me. The gleaming skull-white knives of his oblong mouth receive me, and as they clamp down, I can hear the laughter of the boy fading as I wake to this reality. Stuck on a ship with a crew that grows mutinous, I drink a hot shot of rum, screw on my hook, call for Smee, and hope that it was the last time I will have the dream. The end. I always wanted to write the moment when Hook lost his hand, but instead it came out as him having a dream. Thank you, everybody. If you would like to become a beta reader for my science fiction novel, just send me a message, leave a comment here. My website is dantheartman.com. You can find me on Twitter at dantheartman. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks to Dave Robison for that awesome little bumper. He just sent that to me out of the blue, so I had to use it. And I will be on his podcast, the Roundtable Podcast, at roundtablepodcast.com next Wednesday with special guest author Dan Wells of Partials and the Serial Killer trilogy. Published by Tor, you may know him from the Writing Excuses podcast with Brandon Sanderson, Howard Taylor, and Mary Robinette Kowal. So I'm really excited about that, and I can't wait to go on that show. We're going to talk about a story idea I have that has to do with an apocalyptic setting where it seems like it's the zombie apocalypse, but the main character finds out that they're actually robots, so it's a whole government conspiracy. Here's the first line of that story, which I have yet to write, but I did write the first few lines. I learned the truth about zombies when I shot off one of their scalps with my shotgun and saw gears tumble out. It's not polite to shoot your neighbor, but when they shamble in with that dead look in their eye you've been warned about on the news, you're kind of out of options. So anyways, novel coming out soon, gonna be on that awesome podcast. Got a lot going on. I have a new podcast with Donald Conrad, where we talk video games and writing. You can follow him on Twitter at ConmanEd. and his website is did-not-finish.com. He has lots of awesome, witty blog posts about finishing his huge amount of video games. And I've also started podcasting with my wife about Advocare. It's a wellness thing that we've been doing. It's helping us get lots of energy and lose some weight. And you can find that at sparkituppodcast.blogspot.com. This is the 4th podcast I've recorded this week, which is pretty crazy. Anyways, thanks again for stopping by. Got a lot going on and I'm really excited about all of it. This is Dan, signing off. Have a great week, everyone. This podcast is licensed under Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivative Works, 3.0 International License.
Hi, I'm Dave Robison from the Roundtable Podcast. Each week on the Roundtable Podcast, I and my co-host, Brion Humphrey, invite writers to come on the show and present a story idea they've been working on. Then we have a no-holds-barred discussion about it, trying to turn the raw idea into literary gold. And by we, I don't mean just me and Brion. We're privileged to share the mic with some of the most remarkable and gifted storytellers of new media. People like Nathan Lowell, J. Daniel Sawyer, Chuck Wendig, and other gifted scribes will be lending their insight and inspiration to the discussion. The podcast launches Tuesday, March 6th, and is available through iTunes and the Roundtable Podcast website. Visit www.roundtablepodcast.com for more information. The Roundtable Podcast. Literary alchemy, one podcast at a time.